Good Thursday evening, January 23rd, and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Here are a few of the stories we have coming up for you tonight. The man suspected of breaking into a Wenatchee restaurant is back in custody, accused of burglarizing the Wenatchee Valley Mall early Wednesday. U.S. Representative Kim Schreier, who represents Washington State's 8th Congressional District, was one of 46 House Democrats who voted in favor of the Laken-Riley Act. Look for a brief weather warm-up tomorrow before we go back to sunny and cool conditions this weekend. I'll have a look at your local weather forecast coming up. The Wenatchee School District deleted a social media post from the high school student government which mischaracterized the district's request for a tax levy. The district says the Wednesday post from the Wenatchee High School Associated Student Body did not adhere to state campaign law. In the post on Facebook and Instagram, the student-run ASB outlined possible consequences if the levy does not pass in the February special election. The post said students would no longer have prom or homecoming if the levy didn't pass, which is a misunderstanding, according to district leaders, since non-levy dollars also partially fund those events. The district removed the post a few hours later, saying it was, quote, not an objective representation of facts. District leaders say they plan to visit the ASB class next week to help educate the students on campaign regulations. Voters in Leavenworth and Ephrata will also be seeing levy measures on February ballots. The districts are both running replacement educational programs and operations, or EP&O levies, and Cascade is also running a capital levy. EP&O levies pay for educational programs like athletics and extracurricular activities not funded by the state. Cascade's capital levy funds the safety and security systems, educational technology equipment, software, and infrastructure and social facilities. Ephrata's proposed levy rate is $1.85 per $1,000 of assessed property value, and Cascade's combined rate is $1.14 per $1,000 of assessed property value. A set of new state audits found that aside from small missteps, an independent investigation team responsibly carried out its probes into 2 fatal shootings by Wenatchee police officers. The reports from the Washington State Auditor looked into the police shootings that killed Alexander White in May of 2022 and Zachary Rutherford less than a month later. Both men were armed, Rutherford with a knife and White with a handgun that he'd fired into the doorway of Living Hope Church, and both refused to comply with police orders before they were shot. The audit says the North Central Washington Special Investigation Unit, which assessed both shootings, didn't consistently provide media updates in the Rutherford case as required by law. It says the Wenatchee Police Department also failed to separate some officers involved in the White shooting until they could be questioned by SIU investigators. The officers in both cases were cleared of any wrongdoing. The man suspected of breaking into a Wenatchee restaurant is back in custody, accused of burglarizing the Wenatchee Valley Mall early Wednesday. East Wenatchee police say they arrested 31-year-old Hyun Bin Yu after he allegedly broke into the mall overnight and stole an estimated $700 from a cash till, then returned during the day to shoplift clothing from another store. Wenatchee police identified Yu last week as the likely suspect in 2 break-ins at Iwa Sushi on Wenatchee Avenue. He's not been charged in that incident, but prosecutors this week filed counts of burglary and theft for an unrelated incident at Target. Yu remained held today at the Chelan County Jail. When we come back, the historic ski jump at the Leavenworth Ski Hill got some attention this week from Seattle media. A federal judge today granted an injunction to Washington Attorney General Nick Brown and others, putting a pause on President Donald Trump's effort to end birthright citizenship. And U.S. Representative Kim Schreier, who represents Washington State's 8th Congressional District, was one of 46 House Democrats who voted in favor of the Laken-Riley Riley Act. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Caught in a conflict? Family? Workplace? Neighbor? Business? Housing disputes? Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center provides mediation services, a cost-effective and efficient way to provide a written resolution to disputes and issues. Plus, we offer mediation training and community education on conflict resolution and communication skills. Contact us to learn more.
Hey, welcome back to Save Mart. What can we help you find today?
We're looking for a mattress.
Oh, right this way. We got a large selection. We have this pillow top here.
Oh, comfortable.
We have more to choose from down here.
Oh.
I think I have the perfect one over here for you.
I guess we'll take this one.
You'll find it at Save Mart. Full service at a low, low price.
You're invited to celebrate Winterfest at Lake Chelan. Enjoy sparkling lights, local wine tasting, and fun for all ages. It's a great time to start a new holiday tradition at Washington's Winter Wonderland. More information at lakechelan.com.
Stay warm this holiday season with the latest high-quality fashions from Vuori, Patagonia, and North Face. Lake Chelan Sports has a huge selection with boots and gloves to match. Find it in downtown Chelan.
Walking on Wooden is Chelan's newest casual boutique. Update your wardrobe with the latest casual fashions from Johnson & Murphy, Free People, and UGG. Look for WOW on Wooden Avenue in downtown Chelan.
The historic ski jump at the Leavenworth Ski Hill got some attention this week from Seattle media. A camera crew for King 5 News captured some of the stunts at what is now the last ski jump venue on the West Coast. The attraction dates to the 1920s, but the jump fell out of commission for about 20 years until it was revived by locals in the late 1990s. You can view that full feature on the sports section of King 5's website. A federal judge today granted an injunction to Washington Attorney General Nick Brown and others, putting a pause on President Donald Trump's effort to end birthright citizenship. An executive order signed by Trump on his first day in office told federal agencies not to recognize the citizenship of children born in the United States to non-citizen parents. The federal court said today birthright citizenship has been part of the Constitution since 1868. Brown sued for an injunction alongside the attorneys general of Oregon, Illinois, and Arizona. The question could eventually land before the U.S. Supreme Court. U.S. Representative Kim Schreier, who represents Washington State's 8th Congressional District, was one of 46 House Democrats who voted in favor of the Laken-Riley Act. The bill requires the Department of Homeland Security to detain undocumented immigrants who have been charged with, arrested for, convicted of burglary, theft, larceny, or shoplifting. The Laken-Riley Act is named for a 22-year-old Georgia nursing student who was murdered in 2024 by an undocumented Venezuelan immigrant. U.S. Representative Dan Newhouse, a Republican who represents Washington's 4th Congressional District, also voted in favor of the bill. The bill is the first to head to President Donald Trump's desk to sign in his return to office. Coming up next, we will introduce you to Duke the dog in tonight's feature story with the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society. Very light snow is possible if you're headed west over the Cascades tonight and early tomorrow morning. I'll have your full local weather forecast coming up. That and much more still to come tonight. Please stay with us.
You're invited to celebrate Winterfest at Lake Chelan. Enjoy sparkling lights, local wine tasting, and fun for all ages. It's a great time to start a new holiday tradition at Washington's Winter Wonderland. More information at lakechelan.com.
Coming home should never be a chore. Let Merry Maids of Wenatchee customize all your cleaning needs. Weekly, bi-weekly, special occasion. Do you have a vacation home that needs cleaning? We clean them too. Locally owned and operated, let Merry Maids do the cleaning while you focus on your family and friends. Merry Maids has special offers to fit your budget. Request your free cleaning estimate today. 509-663-1710.
Between juggling groceries, preparing meals, and lending a helping hand, you're a hero without a cape. But who's there to support you? Aging and Adult Care honors caregivers like you, the relatives, friends, and neighbors, helping loved ones remain safely at home. Aging and Adult Care offers chore services, respite, personal care, and more. Serving Chelan, Douglas, Grant, Lincoln, Adams, and Okanagan counties, call Aging and Adult Care at 1-800-572-4459 for caregiver support.
When getting the job done right is job one, you need construction equipment that's built right. With durable Kubota engines, more comfort, and the versatility to do it all. You need the Kubota construction lineup. Right now, write it off the lot and write it off your taxes for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 60 months or save up to $4,000.
At Local Myth Pizza, we believe in real food, freshly prepared with only premium ingredients. Our cheeses are imported from Italy. Our sauces, dressings, and even our sausages are made in-house fresh daily. Featuring Northwest craft beers and 30 Chelan Valley wines and ciders. Family fun and amazing food. Eat local, drink local, and be local at Local Myth Pizza.
Come see why Sunset Magazine says you can't beat Local Myth Pizza.
Duke is a big name for a big dog. This stuffed pet-loving hound is the star candidate for adoption this week from our friends at the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society. Find out all about him in our regular Thursday feature, Paws for Pets.
Hi, I'm Corley with Wenatchee Valley Humane Society, Animal Care Manager. And today I want you to meet Duke. Duke is our big boy. We think he's about 9 months old, and he is all puppy who does not know how big he is. Duke's favorite thing in the entire world is stuffed animals. He will go on entire walks holding them in his mouth without dropping. I believe his dream would be to have a huge pool filled with stuffed animals. So if you can make that happen, this is the dog for you. He's got a lot of energy. He's a rambunctious puppy, big puppy. Duke came to us actually as an owner surrender. They surrendered because they already had several dogs in the home. They had cats, and they were expecting a new baby. So this big baby was just a little bit more than they could handle. Because he's an owner surrender though, we do know that he was good with their dogs, but not so good with their cats. So I can actually say for once that we know a dog's not good with cats, which is nice. Yeah, but we think that he could probably be great with your dogs. As usual though, we always encourage you to bring your own dogs here to meet them, to see if they get along, because that's really important. So Duke is a pile of fun. Always active, wants to do stuff. I think he'd be great in an active family. Stuffed animals are a must. He loves his walks. I think he'd be a good hiking dog. Squeaky toys, also important. So we're not quite sure what he is, but we think that he might have some retriever or chocolate lab in him. But we're just calling him a large mixed breed. Hi, it's hard to know. Yeah. You want to come meet Duke? Come by anytime between 12:30 to 6, Thursday through Tuesday, or make an appointment for Wednesday to come online. And we would love to introduce you.
Give them a call at 509-662-9577 or visit their website at wenatcheehumane.org.
He's a good boy. He's a good boy. Yeah, he's a big wolf.
Time now for a check of your north central Washington weather forecast. Hope you had a great Thursday, and once again, a lot the same weather that we've been seeing for about the last 5, 6, even 7 days, with some clouds out there today, but temperatures very consistent, low to mid 30s in some areas. This is outside our weather window this afternoon up in Lake Wenatchee, and you can see an increase in clouds. We saw that in the Wenatchee area too. That could bring some light snow showers into portions of the very western portion of the Cascades and also over into the Idaho Panhandle. But you can see here's the line of possible snow, only about an inch for Stevens Pass and Snoqualmie Pass, so not a bad winter travel if you are heading west, but just keep in mind with the cooler temperatures, it could make for some slippery roadways. And that's about it as far as precip going all the way into next week. We'll talk more about that in a second. A little bit cool today, 31 our unofficial high temperature. 35 is where we should be for this time of year. Our record high, 56 degrees, and that was set back in 2011. 19 this morning, 25 our normal low temperature, and our record low, it was a cold one, 7 below zero in 1969. Sunrise this morning, 7:36, and sunset now at 4:50. We're getting closer to that 5 o'clock time. As we get into our Friday temperatures, how about this? A one-day warm-up in store for us. Almost 40 degrees in the Columbia Basin for Moses Lake and Ephrata. Also Quincy touching that 40-degree mark. 38 in Ellensburg, Wenatchee. 37s in Aniat and Chelan. A little cooler up in Omak at 36, and then mid to upper 30s from Lake Wenatchee into Leavenworth and also Cashmere tomorrow afternoon. So it'll be a nice little warm-up as we get into Friday. Tonight, mostly cloudy skies. It will be seasonal overnight with low temperatures in the mid-20s. Here's clouds that are dragging through our area from an area of low pressure in Canada, so that's what could bring those snow showers tonight. By Friday, sunny skies throughout almost all of Washington state. We will see a nice warm-up with air coming up from the southwest. High temperatures in those upper 30s for Friday. For your weekend, we do expect sunny skies once again. 1, 2, 3 areas of high pressure all around the northern United States, and that's going to keep the skies clear. High temperatures Saturday will cool off somewhat back into the mid-30s for Saturday, and then the same goes for Sunday and once again into Monday. Not much is going to change. Sunny skies, the ridge of high pressure still over the Pacific Northwest. Highs again about where they should be for this time of year in the mid-30s. Kicking off your next work week on Monday. Steady as she goes with that ridge still over us. Sunny skies and seasonal. High temperatures again right around 34 to 35 degrees on Monday. For your Tuesday, sunny skies. It will be just a touch warmer as we see an area of high pressure over the Spokane area, and that'll bring a little bit warmer air our way, mid to upper 30s for Tuesday, and that trend will continue as we get into Wednesday, midweek next week. Maybe a few more clouds, partly cloudy skies, but it will be on the mild side with high temperatures in the mid-30s. Here's your 7-day forecast. Overnight tonight, we expect 25 degrees, 38 tomorrow. Yeah, Malcolm liked the quotations and warmer. Hey, 3 degrees is better than nothing. It actually turned out to be 7 degrees warmer. So, Malcolm, that is significantly warmer tomorrow. 34 on Saturday. Sunny skies both days this weekend. We're going to stick in the mid-30s, also mid-30s as we kick off your next work week on Monday with a little bit warmer temperatures for Tuesday and Wednesday. Highs then in the mid to upper 30s. And that's a look at your north central Washington weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
When you think of Doghouse Motorsports, you might think of motorcycles, but there's a lot more in this house. How about Honda Power Equipment? From snowblowers to lawnmowers to generators and even water pumps, Honda is the brand that sets the standards. Perhaps you need an ATV or UTV. The Doghouse has the largest selection anywhere. Did we mention watercraft and snowmobiles? And of course, we have motorcycles too. Back it up with terrific customer service and you have Wenatchee's best motorsports store 5 years running. Isn't it time for you to be in the Doghouse?
Her Royal Highness, Queen Ella Stimo!
Join NCWLIFE Channel for live coverage of the Apple Blossom Festival Royalty Selection Pageant on Saturday, February 8th. Coverage is brought to you in part by our Platinum supporter, Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. Also by Harvest Valley Pest Control, Merry Maids, Together for Youth, and the Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center. Join us for live coverage of the Apple Blossom Festival Royalty Selection Pageant on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE channel.
Well, happy Thursday. TCU's 10-game winning streak was snapped by Oklahoma State last night in women's college basketball. Now, there might be some out there that wonder, why in the world are you covering Texas Christian University? Well, that's because of Haley Van Lith. She's a Casimir graduate. We followed her there. She went on to Louisville. We followed her there. She went to LSU last year, and we followed her there. She was in the Olympics last summer. We followed her there. So we're following her at TCU. It was not a great night last night for Haley, who had 2 costly turnovers down the stretch and missed a contested jumper in the closing seconds as the Cowgirls knocked off the Horned Frogs 60-59.
That's back-to-back turnovers on Van Lith after turning the ball over twice in the first half. TCU has done so 9 times in this second. For the tie, it's good!
Mid-range, Adam. Mid-range.
Connor from the baseline. No, rebounded by Hurd. The Cowgirls can take the lead with a bucket. Out to Hurd. Wide open look. Under a minute. The ball poked free, knocked loose, and the Cowgirls come up with it on the hustle play from Hurd. Made it look easy, 7 to shoot, trying to make it a 2-possession game. Hurd slipped the screen, Wooten all the way. His shot is blocked, out of bounds. It'll stay with Oklahoma State with 2 seconds on the shot clock, 22 on the game clock.
You're not going to get to the rim right there with Prince.
And that makes it a 4-point game.
Barry Switzer would run a play until you stopped it, and TCU has not stopped it.
Van Lith quickly can't finish, and then a foul on the rebound as it's pulled in offensively.
Plenty of time. So you have a chance right here with Prince on the line for TCU. Because if you make it, you can set up your full court pressure as well.
Too strong. And a foul on the rebound attempt as Magassa went to the floor.
Takes Prince out of the game.
First one off the mark.
Mark Campbell probably.
Van Lith, 12 seconds to play. To Connor, follow-away jumper is off the mark. It got stuck, but a foul called.
Connor at the line.
Connor, an elite free throw shooter in addition to being an elite 3-point shooter. And the second.
And a 3-point look on that possession.
The Cowgirls have the ball in the front court. They get it into Aussie, who's fouled running towards the baseline and will go to the foul line. Oklahoma State up 1, 7.5 seconds to go. Aussie misses the first in a silent.
Mark Campbell does have another timeout available.
Missed them both. TCU led by 15. Into Van Lith. Fall away. Off the mark. Rebound out of bounds. Cowgirl basketball. 1 second. They lob it into Hurd. Runs away from the defense. And for the first time, since 2017, Oklahoma State has defeated an AP top 10 opponent, coming from behind from 15 points to defeat TCU.
Van Lith finished with 12 points and 8 rebounds. In other action, Washington no match for Iowa as the Hawkeyes beat the Huskies 85-61 in Seattle. Coming up tonight, Eastern Washington plays at Northern Arizona while Washington State hosts Portland. Both games are available on ESPN+. On the men's schedule tonight, Eastern hosts Northern Arizona at 6 o'clock on ESPN+. Washington State visits Santa Clara. That's at 8 o'clock tonight on the CBS Sports Network. Seattle Kraken will try to win their third straight NHL game for the second time this season tonight. Washington Capitals, the team with the best record in the NHL, are in town to face the Kraken at 7 o'clock. Andre Burakovsky and Coach Dan Bilesma say they hope to continue playing as a cohesive unit like they have for the past 2 games.
No, I think we had 2 really good games. I think we played good through 60 minutes. I mean, during games there's going to be ups and downs, but I think over the 60 minutes, I think it was good. We're working as a 5-man unit, and we're defending well, and I don't think we're giving up as much as we maybe did before. And odd man rushes against is a lot better. So I mean, winning is fun. That's what we play this sport to win. So. When you win, the atmosphere is fun and you're having fun as a team, and when you're losing, it's the complete opposite. So it's been some fun days, and we want to keep having fun. So let's keep doing what we do.
We've used the word connected a fair amount this year in terms of how we want to play with the puck and playing fast and playing north. And I think it's kind of started with really our team playing better and better with our forecheck. It's been, an aggressive forecheck. It gets our D up the ice, and we're connected. And I think it leads into our transition game. It leads into even how we execute with the puck going up the ice. Has more and more pictures of being connected, 5-man coming up the ice together, and that's breaking the puck out. That's coming out of D-zone. That's in transition, and it's led to a faster game. It's led to I'll say a harder game to play against.
Tonight's game will be broadcast on both King 5 and Kong TV. There are 11 games for prep basketball teams in the region tonight. The girls' schedule has Ephrata at Sela, Easton's at Forest Ridge, Cascade hosts Chelan, Brewster visits Lake Roosevelt, Wilson Creek plays at Moses Lake Christian. The Garden City Academy boys are at Pateras, Soap Lake hosts Thorpe at 6 o'clock, Ephrata plays Sela at 7, Cascade hosts Chelan at 7:15, Brewster and Lake Roosevelt tip at 7:30, while Moses Lake Christian hosts Wilson Creek. NCWLIFE Channel will stream tonight's wrestling match between Wenatchee and Sunnyside. We'll start with the girls' match at 6 o'clock as the Panthers take on the 5th-rated Grizzlies. One of the wrestlers to watch for Sunnyside is junior Danica Torres at 110 pounds. She's ranked 5th in the state with a 24-6 record. Teammate Veronica Sanchez Rivera is 13-0 at 145 pounds and ranked 3rd in the state. The boys' match follows at about 7 o'clock tonight. The match we're hoping to see at 126 pounds would have Wenatchee's D'Angelo Negretti, who is 25-3 on the season, take on Sunnyside's Messiah Valdez, who's 31-3. I'll be alongside my dad, Dave Granstrom, with the call. Streamed only on Facebook tonight, starting a little bit before 6 o'clock. The match will be broadcast on TV Friday night at 7. Other matches tonight: Ephrata visits Toppenish, Moses Lake travels to Davis, Eastmont visits Eisenhower, Cashmere's hosting a double duel tonight against Royal, Wapato, and Zilla. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom. Have a happy Thursday.
And that will do it for our newscast tonight. For more news from around North Central Washington, you can find us at ncwlife.com, on our social media channels, or on our mobile app for iPhone and Android. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. Email us at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks so much for being with us, and have a great night.
Her Royal Highness, Queen Ella Stimo.
Join NCWLIFE Channel for live coverage of the Apple Blossom Festival Royalty Selection Pageant on Saturday, February 8th. Coverage is brought to you in part by our Platinum supporter, Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. Also by Harvest Valley Pest Control, Merry Maids, Together for Youth, and the Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center. Join us for live coverage of the Apple Blossom Festival Royalty Selection Pageant on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE Channel.